What's the
Yeah, I
difference
like young.
between a 22-year-old and a woman that's your age? Why do you like the 22-year-olds better?
Because I can't teach her nothing.
But truth be told, let's be honest, you don't want her because you can't control her.
Most men don't want old bitches, period, anyway.
Like,
Y'all women say I want a man to teach me something that I can learn from, but if I say it from my end, it's crazy. I don't get that. This is why I'm single, because y'all are delusional. You want a man that you can learn from, but if I say I want to teach her something, I'm being a predator. Do you hear how crazy this sounds? When I meet your 45 bad year old try to take you somewhere, you done already been. I can't take you to Cabo. I can't take you to Mexico. I can't take you to Miami. You done been there already. There ain't nothing I can do for you. Cannot make me feel good about doing nothing for you because you done done it already. You old and you can use. Don't make it seem like, oh, because I got a ring or, oh, I'm married, it's so much better than a person that's not married. Because I don't know one man that ain't cheating that's married. All these niggas cheating.
What they got to do with you, though?
But they ain't got shit to do with me. What I'm saying is people that's married try to make it seem like it's a bad thing because I'm not married. That's what I'm saying.
It's not a bad thing until I think you kind of made it bad on your end, because not only did you say you got 5 baby mamas, so you tried 5 times and then you were ordained to be a pastor.
Yeah.
Pastor
You
Maul.
didn't think nobody was going to look at that sideways?
Sideways what? I always been a good man. I just like young women. How many women you think I can pull that's 22 years old that's ready to be a wife?
It's a difference between being a good man and a good husband, because you can be a good man.
See, y'all just pick and y'all just nip and nip and nip. Y'all just try to find logic in y'all bullshit. Come on, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Good man and good husband, I'm pretty sure those are gonna be tied into being the exact same thing. If you're a good man, you probably gonna have husband qualities. If you're a good woman, you probably gonna have wifely qualities.
But let me ask you this, because you said you like young women. You said how many 22-year-olds do you think you can pull? So do you think it's possible that you still have that same mentality that you're gonna find you somebody who you take care of and she's supposed to do what the fuck you say? Because
no, I'm in a different mind state now. But I still like young women.
Why?
So a lot of
that's what I like.
Because are they more? Would you say they're
saying
more
like 25 years old, OG man?
He said 22.
Yeah.
What's the
I like young.
Between a 22-year-old and a woman that's your age? Why do you like the 23-year-olds better?
Because I can't teach her nothing.
Or is it a control?
Control.
It is not got nothing to do with control. I can't take you nowhere. Ain't no. If
you teaching a 22-year-old is control.
I think he said 25, but explicit lyric, that's exactly why a lot of dudes don't want to deal with the older energy, because exactly how you coming at it. It's a reason why the saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks is an actual saying, is because most of y'all have already experienced life. You already live life a certain way. You don't want to change, and you're going to stay the way how you are.
Baby, let me break this down to you. If you are a fine 45-year-old, chances are you've been fine your whole life, right? Mm-hmm. Chances are men have been taking you places all the time. You ain't nothing you ain't seen. So when I meet your 45 bad year old try to take you somewhere, you done already been. I can't take you to Cabo. I can't take you to Mexico. I can't take you to Miami. I can't take you to a steakhouse because you 45. You done been there already. There ain't nothing I can do for you. You cannot make me feel good about doing nothing for you because you done done it already. That's why you old and you can used, and I don't want you.
Your mentality.
He has somewhat of a point. Don't get me wrong. There are 45-year-olds who haven't done all those things, and you probably could take an older chick out, but it's going to be a gamble. I'm going to be honest. There's some great older women out there, but you just don't know what the headaches that might come with those women. It's always going to be traits and triggers that those people have learned throughout their years that they will deflect onto you because that's just how they operate.
Reality has to change.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
No, wait.
No, it don't.
Because it
don't. I just don't want no older.
I need a box.
Here's the thing. You sat here and said that you cannot teach a 45-year-old woman anything.
Nothing.
Life experiences do not just come at Cabo. Life experiences do not just come in Mexico. That's not how that works.
So where it come from?
There is so much in this life. I'm 43 years old. There is so much in this life that I have yet to experience.
I'm 36.
Like what?
My husband controls me.
Like what?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but you married. Why use yourself as an example? He talking about someone who is single.
about trips to places. I talked about Africa earlier, but I ain't never been to Africa. Why we can't go somewhere I ain't never been? You
exactly. So you've been so many places that I gotta take a 25-hour flight to make you happy.
Why you being
basically an appreciation. He wants to
Hold up. Listen, hold up.
I think she like you, Matt.
Hold up.
Hey, she kind of walked herself into that she mentioned, why can't we go to Africa? What if I don't want to go to Africa? See, that's another thing about men. We like simplicity. If I can't take you to a simple spot that would intrigue you or make you excited, that's gonna bother us. See, and that's where the age part comes into play, because you've already had all those simplistic experiences. So that's why you have to go to the extreme now to make you happy. And why am I going above and beyond for someone who is older, probably less appreciative of it, and probably not going to give me exactly what I want, because you have all your boundaries and standards. That's why someone would probably go with someone a little bit younger who has not experienced it at all. I don't understand how when women have an issue with it, when men date younger, it's a problem. But women like to date older all the time, whether it be 10 or 20 years older. But if a guy drops down 10 to 20 years, a 25-year-old dating a 45-year-old, the guy being 45, it's a problem. He's a predator. He's like a monster. This is crazy.
We can sing together, we cannot talk together, right? So if somebody has a question and you're waiting for an answer, that's how we gotta run the movie, respectfully. So if anybody wants to, so do you want to, you had questions for him?
I just want to ask
Explicit. Did you have questions for him, Explicit, or no? Were you done? Did you land your plane?
No, I did not.
Okay, continue.
So just listening to you talk, I'm not passing judgment on you, brother. Like, not at all. Okay.
I don't care.
Like, your life is your life. However, some of the things that you are saying is rooted in judgment and opinion, because you're saying that a 45-year-old, you don't want her because you can't show her anything. But truth be told, let's be honest, you don't want her because you can't control her.
Most men don't want old bitches, period, anyway.
Like, flat out. You using the word teach,
what is wrong with
is in place of control.
I gotta teach your grown ass anyway. If you 45 plus 30 something, you still gonna be learning from me. If your guy's better than you, just if you have a better guy than you, you're going to have to learn from him. So I don't know what you mean about this. It feels like control. If you with somebody, I'm hoping that he is still leading you or whatnot, no matter the age.
I interject.
22-year-old because you can control her.
Go ahead, Anthony, because you ain't said much. Go ahead, get your shit off. Go ahead.
Hey, Matt, would you take Bernice Burgos serious if she love your dirty draws right now? What?
Mac ain't lying.
Come on, bro.
He ain't lying.
Bernice Burgos is. Come on, bro.
So,
bro, I'm used to women that look like all my baby mamas look like her, bro. Just she don't move me, bro. I've been having bad shit since high school. That shit don't move me, bro.
I respect that.
I like what I like, and I'm gonna get what I want.
Anthony, Ryan, Truth, this is the problem when guys like put women on pedestals or whatnot, and you can just tell, like he said, if she look like her, you know you gonna do it. Stop it, bro. If you have somebody like MacMaal been messing with baddies since he been in high school, he not gonna be moved the same way that you might be moved. And this is why this is a situation where some guys are going to pedestalize a woman, opposed to some guys, they just move. They got more of an abundance mindset instead of the scarcity mindset.
And that just is what it is.
You want to feel appreciated.
Man, y'all
want to feel
is
appreciated.
Y'all women say I want a man to teach me something that I can learn from, but if I say it from my end, it's crazy. I don't get that. This is why I'm single, because y'all are delusional. You want a man that you can learn from, but if I say I want to teach her something, I'm being a predator. Do you hear how crazy this sounds?
That is crazy.
I agree with you. I said that most men don't like old bitches.
Yeah,
none of them do.
Why does everybody?
Hey, listen, I will grow old with you, but I ain't meeting you old.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this for Corey, respectfully, and I know you're 36. And I just gotta tap in. Then I'm going. Old is a stretch, right? 30, this 35, 40, 45, 50 ain't the same 45, 50. It ain't. I don't know what y'all out here seeing. I don't know what y'all out here looking at. But I'm pretty international, and it's some out here 45, 50 that's putting 20-year-old to shame. It's some out here 35, 40 that's putting some 20-year-old to shame. And
is it all physical? Or is there any mental traits as well? So we can't only be overly focused on the physical. It's gonna be mental as well. I mean, he said he done dealt with a lot of baddies, but is the mental messed up the way he can't keep the baddies or don't want to keep them?
Yeah, I'm talking about the mentality though.
Hey, I tell you this.
And so hold up, go ahead, Matt.
You show me one of them bad old women you talking about, and I show you one of my 24-year-olds, and you tell me which one you gonna want.
So let me just be all the way thorough with this, and then I'm going to get out of the way with this, right? As a 40-year-old man, there's nothing that a 22-year-old woman can do for me but make me come. And so that is why they're looking at you as if you're a predator. And I'm gonna go in uninterrupted, and I'm gonna let you go. That's why they're looking at you like that. And so it's just one of those things where if you can get a woman that can match your mental, because that's what I'm attracted to as a grown man. I'm attracted to the mental. The body thing comes next. But if you can get a woman that can elevate and grow with you and be equal to your mental, what is it? Because you said you want to teach her everything. What is it that is not teachable about a 45-year-old woman? Are you just that limited with experience or that limited with your lessons?
What I'm saying is this, from my experience, because I got to put that out there.
For sure. And I'm not attacking
always
you,
talk
brother.
about my reality, okay?
For sure,
I'm not speaking from y'all.
Cap around is over.
From my reality, when I date older women, they try to act like they my damn mama instead of my damn girl, okay? I like dealing with older. Now, I don't understand. Like, here's the thing. We say there's nothing that a younger woman can do for me and all that. I don't need.
Right.
Exactly. That's all I need, bro. My life is put together. This is what I'm saying. I don't need no woman to show me nothing, to help me build. I got real estate. I own. My life is together. I don't need you to help me do nothing. What can you? Only thing you can do in my life is come into my life and make it better. If you can just play your part. I don't need you to do nothing. I have a maid. I have a chef. I have a cleaning lady. What else do I need you to do?
See, that's gonna be the level that certain guys, when they get to this place, if you become successful or whatnot, if you have your stuff together, I hate to say it, but that's what it's gonna be. A lot of chicks that come into your life, it's not gonna be just for them teaching you something or y'all growing or building together. You've already built yourself up. So her coming in, she just got to get on your program. Whatever you might want her to do, that's probably what she's gonna have to do. And then of course it's gonna be sexual, because why would you bring in your life if you're not gonna be having sex with her? So of course now at that point, the physicality got to be right. Now for him, he might want more of the 25, where women are most likely in their prime at. He wants that, almost like I guess we could say Leonardo DiCaprio, how after 25 he ends up chucking them. You know, this is gonna be reserved for certain types of people. All guys ain't gonna be able to sustain that. Y'all got to think about that too. This ain't gonna be every single guy having these standards. It's a little bit of everything out there. You just got to find out what hill that you gonna be on, that you want to die on.
I've been single. My is laid out to the point where that's all. Ain't that a good thing? Where you ain't got to do nothing but just come in and have sex with this nigga and get all everything you want. Why do you want to be important?
Why would Rose frown her face up? Because she know that's one of her duties that she's gonna have to do if she get with a guy anyway. You gonna have to bust it down. So the fact that she frowning her face up is if most women would not want to do hardly any work. Most are lazy. I'm just gonna be honest. When they're in a relationship, if they can only get busted down and getting taken care of, they would definitely take that. I don't know why she frowning up.
Yeah. How old are you? How old are you though, Mac?
I'm 45.
And you're 45, and you said that you got 5 children. How old are your children?
My son is 28, my daughter is 23, my other daughter is 18, and my daughter's daughter is gonna be 5.
So man to man, right? Like the man to man. Would you be cool with your 23-year-old daughter bringing a 45-year-old man home? Man to man.
No, I would not. And I tell every woman that I date that. I tell every woman I date that.
I'm gonna blank out for a second.
But hold on though. What the does that got to do with my reality?
Hey, it's okay to have double standards. I ain't mad at you.
Hold on. Let's play devil's advocate. How many of y'all went to high school when all the bad women got picked up from school with older niggas with cars? They didn't get on the bus with us.
I've seen it.
But that's still right.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem that I have with women. It's okay. It's okay when you young and older niggas come get you, but when your ass age out the market and ain't nobody coming to pick your ass up no more, now it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? When you was young and an older nigga with nice cars.
What about the older ladies that?
I hate this argument because when a young lady is 15 or 16 years old,
because it's older women that
not even developed to a point to recognize when she's being manipulated, when she's being taken advantage of.
That's
when
what he like.
older men are coming to pick her up. Like, that is not fair.
So
like,
let's keep it legal, explicit. Why would you drop down to 15? Like, of course, in high school, you could still be 17, 18. Let's just say you're an 18-year-old. You still gonna want a guy that's probably gonna be older than you. I know plenty of older women that say they only want to deal with older guys. I know women that's in their 40s and 50s. They want guys in their 60s. Is that a problem? That's still 20 years older. That's the thing about it. If these women that are in their 20s choosing guys that are older, that's okay because that's her standard. But if a guy's happen to be 45 and he wants a woman that's 25, that's a problem now. See the logic there? I want to speak on MacMaal when they asked him about the question with the kids, because I got kids. I got daughters. Here's the thing about it. My daughters can see the example of what me and my wife went through. And hopefully that will influence them to want to get with a guy that's going to grow and build with them throughout time. But guess what? My kids have their own spirits and souls. I can't control what they want to do. If they happen to find somebody that they end up being attracted to and that person ends up being a candidate for them, I don't have to approve of the age or whatnot. But guess what? If the person is actually trying to take care of them, I'm only going to have to respect it. It is what it is at that point. You only have so much control over someone else as they become an adult. And you have to understand that.
When you say you're justifying your behavior.
Well, let me ask you, is this fair?
Back in the day, they was
let me ask you, is this fair?
Old niggas was picking up in high school.
Yeah, Mac.
Okay, let me ask you this. Hold on, I get you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Let me say this real fast, and I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, I've dealt with a woman that was 65. Is she a predator or not?
You 45.
She's 20 years older than me.
Nigga, you grown.
She's grown. She's 25.
30 ain't grown.
You see what I'm saying?
Not 15. If you in your 20s, you still grown.
Y'all make standards as y'all go.
No. 15 and 30 is a whole difference. If a 30
I did
or
not say 15 and 30.
is picking up, because you said the older guys picking up chicks at the high school. If
I'm
you
speaking from
15,
me.
you are in high school from 13 to 17 or 18 years old. These older men going to these high schools and picking up young women. These are underdeveloped women whose brains haven't even fully developed, who can't even make judgment calls clearly and responsibly because they're not developed. You're comparing that to a 65-year-old woman who was grown and a 45-year-old man.
No, that's not what I'm comparing. I said with me. Hold on. I said
Mac, wait a minute.
with me.
You gotta clean it up though. Wait, because we conflating the thing that is dangerous to do, right? The example of the 15-year-old getting picked up by a 19-year-old was not what Mac was expressing. Let's throw that out, right? Let's throw that out because he's saying women that are 18 and older. He's saying 22, 25. Those are the women he's dating. He's not by any means saying that he's dealing with adolescents. All right, so let's not complain. No, I know you didn't say that. Let me hold on, explicit. Let me say it. Hold on. See, these are the type of points you can't interrupt because we need to make this very clear that he's not saying that at all in terms of his dating life. You see? So are we just saying that his preference for 25-year-olds and he's 45, we deem that what? What do you deem that?
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I just want to know why he wouldn't want his daughter to date a man.
Because they were calling him predator. You see, so I'm asking, what's the thought process? Because predator would be somebody who's.
But what I do believe is that he's dating them for control, and that's what I said. I've always said that. That was my point. Okay. But when you try to justify your behavior by saying, back in the day, niggas was picking up, the 19-year-olds picking up shorties in high school. Like that's not justification.
Okay, so let me ask.
No, what he's trying to say is that women always wanted older men. It don't matter if they gravitate into the legal age or whatnot. In the 20s, 18, they always were attracted to older men. Then women get older, they still be attracted to older men. But guess what? If an older man is attracted to a younger legal woman, that becomes a problem. See, the problem is that the double standard as to where women almost act as if they're not mature or aged up enough at 25 to make smart decisions for themselves. It's almost you 25 as a woman, but you not really developed. You still trying to get groomed. What age is it that a woman is mature enough to make decisions for herself? She can get a credit card, she can buy a house, she can buy a car, but all of a sudden she can't choose a man correctly because she not a little bit older yet. That makes no goddamn sense.
Want his daughter to date a man his
on the predatory level.
I don't think
All I
22
simply
is
said was this.
That's why I was
It's
clarifying.
crazy how y'all skipped over the fact that when I said I dated a 65-year-old woman, what is she? She's 20 years older than me. But if I date 20 years younger, I'm a predator. But if I date a woman 20 years older than me, it's okay.
Let me interject,
Like
man.
y'all skipped totally over that point.
They did.
And went to the high school.
Let me interject.
Years older than you have her mentality is already developed. That 22, 23, 24-year-old, their mindset isn't developed yet. What? Now I get it. If you just want to have a good time, you're not here for a long time. I get it. Do your thing. They legal, but you can't say I'm ready for marriage, but your category of the people that you're dating is only there to have a good time.
Isaiah, you goofy, bro. I've been married since I was I've been in a long-term relationship since I was 21. So what are you talking about? And all throughout my 20s, I was literally being a husband, taking care of a family. I had a kid. I had a long-term girlfriend, which is now my wife. Isaiah, to sit here and say that your mind ain't developed to understand what family, who you think out here goddamn trying to make it together, survival, it's gonna be people in their 20s or whatnot, man and woman together, whether they got kids or not. So to sit right here and act like someone in their 20s don't understand or they're not developed to make conscious decisions. You can buy cars, this makes no sense, Isaiah. Please don't do that. Don't move the goalpost to act like we underdeveloped at that age. That makes no sense.
Right. So now you can get married at 23, but a 23-year-old knows nothing about what's going to come 24, 25, and thereafter.
Yes,
so
you
at
do.
that point, you're developing with a person that may not have your same mentality in the next 2 years, comparable to that 65 to your 45.
That's sad.
That 65-year-old is already established. There's no more growing up that she has to do.
That's sad.
I don't think that
Right. Okay, so you said you married your high school sweetheart.
Correct.
Right. Do you think she would have been any different of a wife if she'd have met a nigga that was 15 years older than her?
I married my high school sweetheart after 25 when I was done honing bullshitting though.
Right, but you was with her.
Those niggas still bullshit.
Something like that.
Okay, so that's my point. So do you think that she would have been a different wife had she met somebody that was 15 years older? She would have been the same wife to him as she would have been to you. So how can you say a young woman is not ready to be married when you had a young woman and you got married young?
Exactly.
Like make it make sense, bro.
Guess what though? There was a period of time where we had to separate because both of us was immature.
Right. So y'all was learning together.
That's what I'm saying, and we both were young together.
So
you, sir, are already 40. And you're coming down to a 20-year-old and you're telling that 20-year-old, let me show you some shit. That is
not 20 though. 22 young.
25. You're trying to excite her. You're trying to manipulate her, which is okay. Do your thing. But we have to call bullshit. There's no way you are bumping to a 23-year-old and you're saying, I want to be married to you.
Hold on, Isaiah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You was goofy, bro. To even sit right here and say someone older is trying to manipulate. First of all, people gonna be attracted to what they're attracted to. If you got an older woman that's dealing with a younger guy, is she manipulating him? Let's be honest now. We got two consenting adults. You got older people who still ain't figure it out, who still making bad decisions. So what are you saying? You got some young people that's doing, man, bro, I'm doing way better than a lot of 50-year-olds that I know. So make that make sense. Make it make sense. They're older than me, but I'm doing better than them. That means I figured something out that they haven't. So would they be manipulating me if they show me something? You gotta make it align. It does not make sense to sit right here and say someone younger doesn't have the mindset to be better than someone older. It happens. We're all people. It don't matter what age you at. Your time period might be different for you.
Go ahead, Tandy. Well, let Tandy go.
Go ahead, Tandy. Go ahead, Tandy.
What's going down? Listen, I don't think that's manipulation. My first husband, I was 22. He was 55. I think that I can name several decisions people make at the age of 18 that have lifelong ramifications, and people make them instantly, like the military, having kids. I don't think that 22, I mean, you're a college graduate, for God's sake. I think a woman knows at that age what she really wants. I think my husband was a great mentor. I don't think he was manipulating me in any kind of way whatsoever. And then to the Pastor Pimple, I put a like a better, name, sir. I think you looking for a diamond in cotton field. I mean, seriously, and you do have a slight ego issue. You do want to be ahead of, and I don't know if you looked at the word of God about what a good woman or a Proverbs 31 woman should be, but you might want to reread that section again. And to the brother at the corner, Mac, who talked about what's the problem with the whole dating pool is trash. I mean, to some degree, it is about Black economics and so forth and so on. I mean, that is the whole white man's
agenda was to tear up the black family. We had more black marriages. We had more black wealth. I mean, and then you start bringing in, a lot of other, not trying to get all nerdy about it, but it is a systemic thing at the end of the day. And those people who don't want to be married, I mean, they like to be outside. That is more of a socioeconomic type of mindset. When you find people of lower hanging fruit, they don't understand what it's really all about. And that's why they hang together. And then the last thing about numbers don't lie. He is right. The gentleman Mac, 50% of black men are single, 30 something are about married, and it's about 16.7 account for all the bastards in our community. So everybody's having sex with the same 16 point some percent. So the pool is not as bad. I think a socioeconomic group and it's just a mindset.
She said a lot and she speaks really fast. It's hard to keep up with it. The thing about it, back in the day, women actually stayed in the household because it was about survival. See, nowadays people don't have to stay. They can leave. You feel like you can survive on your own. That's why the marriage rates were a lot different. And they were facing Jim Crow, segregation, the whole nine. So you had a whole nother bigger blanket of an enemy that you feel like you were fighting, which is why you were forced to stay together even more. But as society became more chillax, people felt like they could do whatever they wanted. Women didn't need to stay with the man no more. That's when the separation became, and it kind of stayed at that point.
All right, let me slow y'all down for a second. First of all, 55 and 22 is fucking diabolical, right? And I'm not even going to hyper focus on that. But let's get to this super chat. This super chat is where I want to highlight. And this is from Mr. Sean 16. He said, ask the ladies how many of them still rock with R. Kelly and how.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it right there because I feel like this is gonna be a circular type argument or whatnot. I feel like they've already kind of spoken about it back and forth or whatnot. My guy MacMaal, man, I rock with MacMaal. He's a friend of mine. We used to do the podcast at one point together, and we still chit chat from time to time. If I need to hit him up, he always available. MacMaal held his ground. He definitely did, because the thing about it is they'll shame him for it, but there's other men who have the ability to do it and not get shamed for it. First of all, everybody's legal. If it's a 20-year gap, that's still not that big. And I'll be honest, I know a lot of guys who would love to drop back down and hit a 25-year-old or date one or take one serious if she has the right mindset. Just being honest, they would really take it serious. But for women, for some reason, they look at that as predatory, which is still strange to me, because I know a lot of women that prefer older men. I'm talking about 20 years plus. They prefer that. And it's not a problem if she wants it. And if she accepts it, it's okay. But it's when the guy chooses it is when it's not okay. See, that's the double standard I don't like. And I'm okay with seeing both sides of it. But you have some people that'll just only point the finger at the guy. Nobody's grooming anybody. Men rise through the ranks to be able to acquire women. They work out to acquire more money. They get more assets and resources because it's the ability to take care of a family better, and women are attracted to those things. So it really don't matter what age bracket you at, all women are going to appreciate that. You got the 60-year-old, and that's the sad part now, we got 60-year-old women competing with those 25 and 30-year-old women for the same men, because they didn't ride through their time period with the guy that they were supposed to be with. So now they hop back in the dating pool. Dude mentioned Bernice Burgos, who was older, and now she compete with them same 25-year-old IG models. That's why she got to stay on the top of her game and look the way how she look. The difference is going to be mindset and mentality. And having a palpable mindset is nothing wrong with that. Even in the workplace, employees who become disgruntled and don't want to learn anymore or grow anymore, guess what? The workplace puts them in a certain category to where you are ungrowable, you are unlearnable. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So the same thing when it comes to dating. Some of these older people, their cup is almost full, and if you have nothing left, if you don't have no space to add any more in there, if you can't pour some of your old traits out, guess what? You gonna stay the same. And a lot of people say, you know what? As soon as they see the traits, they like, I don't want to deal with that. I done been here before. I done seen it before. The energy, I just reacted to Ricky Smiley, the auntie energy. He don't like it. He said it's too aggressive. It's too masculine. But they don't want to have that form of correction placed upon them, And don't get me wrong, there's a certain discernment that guys have to have when it comes down to choosing, and depending on what you want. See, that's the thing about it. Things got to be laid out appropriately. If we had fathers in the household, they can mitigate certain risks. Like I said, I have daughters, so if my daughters witness the type of formula I provide, they possibly might want the same thing. And if they have other guys in their life, they can help. We can meet these guys, and we can end up grilling them and finding out all the details, what your real intentions are, what your plans are. But see, all that's out the window now. Now it's just women just choose who they want with no type of correction, no discernment. That's where the problem is coming in. I'm not serious saying like all guys are just all fine and dandy. No, there's some wicked guys out there. Trust me, it's some wicked guys. But guess what, ladies? Y'all got the thing that guys are seeking. You got to be able to, you got to withhold it, and you got to make sure that you practice a better method of making sure you don't just give it up to anybody and you don't lose yourself in the process. But you gonna need good guys around you to help mitigate that risk, because you alone, you might be attracted to the wrong qualities that might send you somewhere that you might not need to be at, just being honest. But I think the pushback that they gave Mac was it wasn't warranted, because he didn't come off as predatory or whatnot. He just said he like dealing with 25-year-olds. You got people that do worse that don't get corrected. You feel me? You got them same people trying to correct him. They don't correct their own family members or the people in their lives that's doing wrong and ill will towards people, or just the bad traits. But they'll say his standards for just not wanting an older woman is a problem. And I also want to sit right here and say I love older women myself. There's nothing wrong with older women. Well, older women are beautiful. They are attractive. But I understand the stereotypes. See, it's one thing to see, you got to be unbiased and aware of everything that's around you. We are all understanding of the stereotypes that are out there. The key is what category do you fit in? Just because something exists don't mean that I experience every day, but I still know that it exists. I know that there's still going to be guys who find older women as a headache, but I know that there are going to be guys that still find older women very attractive and would love to be with them. The key is a lot of those women don't want those guys that find them hella attractive. See, now we get into the game of I'm playing off of the options that I have. I want better, but there's still good candidates around me that I could get, but I just don't want them. You know what I'm saying? I think we all got to be very self-aware on where we lie at and what we actually want, because it's out there for us. We just might not want it back. I'm not going to ramble too much because I feel like I'm rambling or whatnot. But this was a great discussion. I still appreciate this. My boy MacMaal, man, I rock with Mac, man. I don't care what nobody say. We've had our disagreements, but Mac is a good dude. Mac definitely got his head on right. And I've actually seen him, with how he operates with his daughters. He operates from a place of like masculinity and being a genuine guy, for sure, for real. I'll make sure I have his channel linked in here too, so y'all can go ahead and go over to Not the Shop podcast. I think he got another channel too or whatnot, but definitely rock with Mac. Nothing but the truth hurts. I'm not mad at what he said. He's gonna have his perspective. I still appreciate the content that he provides out there, whatnot. The way how he explained things is pretty well or whatnot. And the panel was a good panel. I'm not gonna lie. I think everybody added their own piece in there. But I want to get y'all thoughts on this, man. Make sure y'all like the video, comment below. This is your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.